Right, good morning. Welcome to another mini lesson. Couple more mini lessons for this unit, and then we are out of economics and moving on to our ancient civilizations and our countries. So, couple more economics. Today we are looking at competition in markets. So I have a great picture of a couple different markets, right? So we have Wendy's, Burger King, and McDonald's. Okay, fast food markets. They're always competing for customers. Okay, and markets all over are always competing for businesses, trying to get customers to buy their products. They do this through a variety of different ways that we're going to be looking at today in this mini lesson. All right, objectives for today. You are going to be able to explain how sellers compete for buyers. Okay, so many different companies, different markets are going to be uh, competing for your business. So companies will lower prices, do things like have sales where they want customers to come in and buy their products. You're going to be able to state results of competition among sellers, state results of competition among buyers, demonstrate how a market economy applies to different situations, and you'll be able to identify positive and negative effects of competition. So that is what we are looking at for this mini lesson. All right, price wars, okay? No, not Star Wars, but price wars, okay? Um, price wars are price wars is a race to the lowest possible price. Okay, companies are always battling with one another to have the lowest prices from their competitors. So, one example, right? You're driving, okay, and well, your parents are driving, right, and they need gas, right? And there's a gas station to the left, and there's a gas station to the right, or there's a gas station right next to each other, right? How many times have you heard your parents said, I wonder which gas station has cheaper prices, right? I do it all the time, right? Oh, Cumberland Farms has gas for, 285 and Mobile has it for 290. Guess where I'm going to go? I'm going to go to the Cumberland Farms, right? It's 5 cents cheaper. I know 5 cents doesn't sound like a lot, but in the long run, it can save you some money, okay? Um, your textbook also has a great example, right? Imagine that Rami's Famous Pizza has two other competitors right next door, right? So they have two different places right next door. You have Goliath and Ye Old Brick is what your textbook uses, right? And they all have different offers, right? So Rami sells pizza at 190 for a slice. So you go in with $1.90 and you get a slice of cheese pizza. Okay. Goliath charges 175. That price is cheaper, but it's a little bit greasier than Rami's and a little bit less tasty. Okay. So the pizza's not as good, but the pizza's definitely cheaper. Okay. And then Brick Oven Pizza um, charges 225 a slice but offers a buy two pieces of pizza and get one free. So these are ways that they're competing with one another, right? So the different pizza shops have different deals. They charge different prices per slice, and they're competing with one another, right? Both this is the other part of the example. Both Goliath and Brick Oven pose major threats to Rami's, right? They Goliath offers cheaper prices for pizza, so maybe you're don't really care. You're really hungry. You don't really care how good the pizza tastes. You're probably going to go to Goliath rather than Rami's because it's cheaper, right? It's about it's much cheaper. Okay, um, sorry, it's 15 cents cheaper. And the also you have Brick Oven who offers a threat to Rami's because they offer the 2-for-1 deal. So you get one piece of pizza free, so you get three pieces of pizza. Um, So in order to compete, Rami's has to lower their prices, okay, or offer a similar bulk deal, okay, the 2 for 1. But if Rami's goes down to like 160, they're going to get the pizza. They're going to get the customers, sorry, not the pizza. They're going to get the customers to come in and buy it rather than having them go to Goliath, right? So if they lower their prices lower than Goliath, they're going to have the customers come in. So this is going to cause a race. So maybe Goliath says, "Oh no, we're losing our customers to Rami's because they lowered their price." So Goliath may lower their price to 155 or 150 per slice, right? So they're always competing against one another in the prices to try to get it so that their customers will come in. The competition to get to the lowest price, like I said, is price wars. Okay, so this is a price war. Think about it. They're fighting against one another in their prices, okay? So price wars continued. Many companies are going to try to avoid price wars, right? They don't really want to get into a price war where the prices just keep going down, 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 right? Because companies want to make money. So they're going to do different things. They're not just going to lower the prices, okay? Some companies are going to advertise, okay? So like they're going to send you these flyers, okay? Maybe they'll give you discounts, okay? 20% off, 10%. This is kind of getting old. So these might be expired, but $25 off catering, things like that. They're going to send you these things, right? Perfect for back to school, business luncheons, corporate events, tailgating, in all your hot fall parties, right? That's what it says. So this is an advertisement that I get. Maybe Bertucci's gets my business because they send out that advertisement. Um, they might advertise. So pizza places may go into, maybe they'll go into schools and give out flyers. I know when I was in college, you know, college students love to buy pizza. Okay, so they had local pizza shops would come in and hand out flyers and their menus to try to get their students, get the students at that college to buy their pizza or other products, right? So that's another way they advertise in certain places. Um, Other companies may say, like, come in, we have a super clean restaurant, right? We have, um, we make sure that our restaurant is very clean, it's very nice, okay? It's fancier, right? So it's a great place to sit down and have dinner with your family, okay? So that's another way they do it. And um, a positive effect that price wars are going to have on of competition amongst businesses, it'll increase the value for customers, right? So companies are always going to be trying to get customers in the door. So if we have three different pizza shops fighting against each other to try to make the prices, in the range of what customers want, it's going to increase the value for customers, right? So the prices might be better. You might be able to get a higher value at a lower price. So maybe you can get more pizza, great pizza at a little bit of a lower price. Okay, so price wars are good for customers, okay, and consumers, because businesses are going to always try to be lowering prices, trying to be doing different things to get customers in the door. All right. Like I said, great example, Wendy's, Burger King, McDonald's. Okay. They're always, McDonald's created a dollar menu. Okay. You can get whatever, different types of burgers, fries, whatever for $1. Wendy's has tried that as well. So they're competing against one another. Burger King has done it too. They're always trying to lower their prices to get their customers to buy it, right? So more people are likely to, when McDonald's had the dollar menu, to go to McDonald's over Wendy's because it was less expensive. Okay, and then Wendy's decided to do it. So they're always competing with one another to try to get customers. All right. Competition amongst buyers and sellers. Okay. The competition amongst buyers and sellers is a good thing. Okay. This is a really, really good thing. Okay. The greater the competition amongst the sellers can lead to lower prices and more options for buyers. Okay. So, like I said, like we're talking about the pizza. Okay. So if we have three pizza places like right in the same area, right? They're going to have to fight, have price wars, okay, try to lower their prices, try to see where their competitors are at. So the prices are going to go down, okay, but there's going to also be more options for buyers, right? If we have three pizza places, maybe you don't want to go to that pizza place, okay, because you've had it, the past 2 weeks. You want to go to the other one, so you have more options, right? So it's good. Competition is very good. Competition helps to lower the prices, right? If you think of those three pizza places, they're fighting for the prices, okay? They're going to go down. And there's more options. Think of the McDonald's, Burger King, and Wendy's option, okay? There's more options for the people to come in and purchase different types of goods, okay? And greater competition amongst buyers can lead to resources going to those who are willing to pay more than other buyers. So if we have greater competition amongst buyers, such as like Best Buy, okay, these, the people who are willing to pay more are going to get those goods. So Best Buy, the newest iPhone comes out, okay, the newest and greatest iPhone comes out. People who are willing to pay more are going to get that, okay. So um, we are one of the big things in this lesson is mercantilism, okay, and this is what the Europeans, okay, first thought, okay, the people were looking at the economy in the 1500s to 1800s, and basically when they looked at the economy, they thought that the economy in Europe should be controlled by the government, okay, and they wanted to really maintain the wealth of the empire, okay, so like the British had the monarch, okay, they had a king or a queen, and they really thought that the king or the queen should, control the economy and the money that was coming in. Okay, um, empires believed, like the British Empire believed that they needed to branch out and win other countries. Okay, creating colonies like the United States early on to get money back. Okay, they thought that all the money should be in the government. Okay, they also believed that the amount of money throughout the world, okay, the wealth throughout the world was limited, okay, and this wealth could run out, okay. They had a much different view, okay, about the economy, and they really believed that the government should control it, okay. And it was really about maintaining the wealth of the empire, okay. They believed that the wealth could run out, and they were very afraid of this, okay. Well, Adam Smith, a really famous economist, would come about and he would have a much different idea. He started to discover that wealth was not limited, okay? And he really explained that wealth um, wasn't just going to run out, okay? Wealth could could be spread out, okay? And he said that wealth would was created through trade and investments. So, like I have this little GIF up here, right? Trade through the countries, trade with one another, right? That's how wealth would be distributed. Smith really advocated for free trade. He really, really wanted free trade amongst all the nations, okay, because he believed that this would help producers of goods reach as many possible people. So he thought that, the United States should trade with China, should trade with countries in South America, Africa, Europe, and he thought that this was how the wealth would be distributed, okay? Free trade, no government interference, all right? This is right from your textbook. In Smith's view, the access to new consumers would help producers, while the increased competition from foreign companies would help consumers as well. Um, so, like new consumers, right? So, if the United States is, in the 1800s had a lot of sugar cane in the southern colonies before they became the United States, and they were trading it with countries in Europe. And this is where new consumers came in for sugar, right? So but the price would also drop because of the new producers, right? So, like we talked about, supply and demand and new consumers and producers. Like I said, Smith also believed in free, he really believed in free trade, not he was opposed to all trade barriers and wanted countries to be able to trade freely, creating free enterprise, right? He thought that countries should be able to trade with one another freely. And one of the biggest things that Smith believed in was he really believed in what they call laissez-faire. Okay, it's a French word which means hands off, hands off. Okay, government should be hands off from the economy. They should let the people make the decisions. Okay, people should be able to trade with who they want to trade, and the government should not be involved with anything when it came to trade. Okay, the United States would have a laissez-faire approach for much of the beginning of their country, um, but it would but the United States has become a mixed economy, so the government does have some involvement with our trade, okay, but not a ton. Okay, there's governments around the world that really control the trade, but the United States we have a mixed trade. Okay, they're not as laissez-faire, hands off, let it be. Okay, like Adam Smith really wanted. All right, market economy. A market economy is a capitalistic economic system, which there's free competition and free prices. Okay, and prices are determined by the interaction of supply and demand. So, like we talked about, right? So people can compete. All right. So if I wanted to open up a pizza shop, that's fine, right? So I have competition against the other pizza shops in the area, and I'm going to determine the prices by the supply and demand. So how much people are willing to buy and what's the demand for the different prices. Okay, the United States is a market economy, okay, where the businesses decide the prices and can compete against one another. All right, so the government doesn't tell Best Buy that you should charge $6.99 for your $6.99 for your iPhone, right? Best Buy can decide what they want to charge for it, right? And they set it up. Market economy led to the belief of freedom of enterprise in the United States. Okay, so we have freedom of enterprise where people can trade, make decisions, set prices, and compete. Okay, freedom of enterprise is the freedom of private businesses to organize and operate for profit in a competitive system without interference by government beyond regulation necessary to protect public interest and keep the national economy in balance. Okay, so private businesses, they can operate for profit, okay, to make money, and they can compete against other businesses, and but they do have some government regulation, okay, that keeps an eye on them to make sure that they're staying within the rules. Okay, they're not creating monopolies, which is, I'm sure you've heard of the game where you own everything. Okay, so they want to make sure that they keep the national economy in balance. They don't want government businesses to really just start to take over. All right, I hope your head isn't spinning like this little baby down here. Um, but that was a lot of information. I know this is kind of a tough subject, so do the best you can. Here is the exit ticket. Make sure you go through, fill out the study guide that goes along with this mini lesson and the reading, because it'll definitely help you. If you have any questions about this mini lesson, please feel free to reach out. I will post this the link to the exit ticket in the comments, as well as on my message board for you to click on, because I know you can't click on this. I hope that you all have a fantastic day, and I will see you soon. Mr. Doherty, out.